Hello, my name is Sumit Jain. I am co-founder and CEO of Opentalk. We are a mobile application available on Android and iOS to enable conversation with context. The idea of Opentalk is to make the world open to talk because we believe the voice conversations are most natural form of sharing information. People can speak at least in one language anywhere in the world. So if we can make people talk, it can potentially unlock world's latent knowledge. But when you talk about voice conversation, it generally has three problems. The first problem is whom to talk. We are either limited by the network we are having, or we have very limited knowledge about the network we are part of. The second problem is when to talk. Because voice conversations are synchronous in nature, both the parties have to be available. And the third problem is why to talk. Both the parties' interests have to align. I can talk to you, I might want to talk to you, but why should you be talking to me? Until there is a reason for you to talk to me, we won't be talking. So we believe if we solve these three problems, which is whom to talk, when to talk, and why to talk, we can make the world open to talk. So essentially we are making an open talk, we are simplifying voice conversations and making the world open to talk. Right now we have more than 400,000 users talking on Opentalk from 50 plus countries. More than 2 million minutes of conversations happen on our platform, and people are talking on Opentalk for becoming a better speaker, becoming a better person, or talking to the alumni and junior students to share knowledge. We believe any problem in the world can be brought down to information problem, and it's very important for us to understand how can we capture information, how can we store it, and how can we make the information available to the masses. And if we solve the information problem in the world, a lot of problems can be solved. So any company who is doing anything around information and the technologies around information like AI, ML, big data are going to be very, very important in future. I am part of Slush Tokyo and I am very happy to see the energy here. The crowd is awesome, the energy is overwhelming. I see that events like these create awareness about the startup around the world, and it really helps the ecosystem players to come together and share their learnings. We are seeing a rapid change and rapid growth in the way people are using technology. I believe that the world population is distributed across developing countries and developed countries. Around 86% of the world population is staying in the countries which have GDP of less than $10,000 per capita. So the technology which are going to enable masses, and this technology is going to be available on smartphone, and they should work on the phone which are not very high end. They should work on the network which is not probably 4G all the time. So the technology which are going to enable masses, enable access information and get services and products on the mobile phone are really going to connect the world together and make the world a better place to live in. So the world population is 7.5 billion today, and we are adding almost a billion people every 12 to 13 years. So just understand, around 80 million people are getting added. The population is increasing around 80 million every year. So if you visualize, every year we are expecting 80 million people around the world to come in workforce. So it's very important for us to make sure that this population is getting educated, this population is getting employable and getting employed. For that reason, it's very important that startups should exist, and we should actually have a lot more entrepreneurs coming in and create a lot more opportunities. Obviously, the kind of role these people would be playing would be a lot different, and we need to be very sure that startups are trying to create job opportunities, trying to make things efficient, and trying to create possibilities for the people to create a better life for themselves. LotusTV